Every fall, as the air starts to get cooler, I get excited about the annual Kokanee Run in Colorado. Kokanee are a landlocked sockeye salmon that are stocked into a number of lakes here in Colorado. And in the fall, they will run up the streams, leaving the lakes to spawn. Most of the kokanee originate from the Roaring Judy hatchery just off the Gunnison River. Every fall they harvest about 7 million eggs and raise the fry to stock over 20 lakes and reservoirs in Colorado. The Gunnison River has the biggest kokanee run in the state and usually starts in early to mid-September and runs through October and into November. Given my location in Pueblo, I rarely make it to the Gunnison for the kokanee run, but instead you'll find me at the Dream Stream trying to put some salmon into the net. Unlike some of the other areas throughout the state where you can catch and keep kokanee, the Dream Stream has special regulations and is catch and release only. In addition, it is flies and artificial lures only on the Dream Stream. Please check the regulations for all the restrictions. The run on the Dream Stream usually starts around early to mid-October and runs through November. I would consider the peak of the run late October, but can vary year to year depending on water conditions and temperature. The Dream Stream runs out of Spiny Mountain Reservoir and into 11 Mile Reservoir outside of Hartselle. It sits about 9,000 feet in elevation, so it can be much cooler in temperature than in town. In addition, it is very common to get high winds in the area, especially in the afternoons. From the north, you can approach via Highway 24, and from the south via Highway 9. Either way, you're going to have to drive down gravel roads to get to the stream. A high clearance vehicle is not needed, but you will have your inside shaken up from all the bumps. There are 3 parking lots along the stream. It is a state park, so you need a state parks pass as well. The lowest parking spot is the closest to the Dream, and because of that, it is the most heaviest used during the kokanee run, and it'll be much more crowded than the other 2 lots. The other 2 lots, you'll have to walk further to the stream, but it's pretty much flat. It'll be easier to find a spot to fish if you're willing to walk. Yes, it gets crazy crowded during the kokanee run, so prepare yourself for some combat fishing unless you're willing to walk a little ways. During the early part of the salmon run, I prefer to park at the lowest lot and walk downstream, while the hole right below the parking lot generally holds a fair number of fish. It'll usually be stuffed with people that arrive before sunup. Just don your polarized glasses and walk downstream, scan the deeper holes and areas behind cover for holding fish. Where you find one, there's usually more with it. I found some nice holes holding plenty of fish just by taking a walk, and I was able to fish all alone. As the season progresses, the fish will continually move upstream. A little later in the season, I like to park at the upper lot and walk in. Because people are lazy, it can be easier to get your own hole that's holding plenty of fish. Just walk in and then walk up or downstream and look for them. It can be a little bit of a hike, but I've walked all the way from the lower lot to the upper lot. Generally, I wear waders, but many of the holes you don't really need them. When I've gone for longer walks up or down the Dream Stream, I've often regretted wearing them. And a few times I just wore my tennies, but some of the holes they are needed, or if you want to cross the stream, you'll definitely need them. I am an avid fly fisher, so that is my weapon of choice on the Dream. And you'll find all but a few people using fly fishing gear. If you haven't fly fished before, the kokanee run is a great opportunity to give fly fishing a try. Just go with someone that can give you some good tips, and you'll be addicted to fly fishing in no time. If you want to give it a go, with spinning gear, I've seen some people that have had some success with small red or pink jigs. Beyond that, I don't really know. In regards to setups, a 5-weight to a 7-weight fly rod will get the job done. I usually go with a couple of rods, with my 6 and 7 weights being my favorites for battling the kokanee. As far as the setup itself, I'll run a tapered leader down to a tippet ring, where I usually tip with 3 or 4x tippet. I'll use a strike indicator as well. Sometimes I won't though. Depending on the hole I'm fishing, I may or may not run a split shot to get my flies down to the fish. Year after year, my top 2 flies are the simple red San Juan worm and a light orange gummy egg. While every year I find myself tying up bunches of other patterns to try to fool a fish with, the basic San Juan worm and small egg pattern always outperform. While a kokanee don't really feed when they travel up the river to spawn, they will strike out of instinct at red flies, and I think they also try to bite the eggs of rival fish as well. Some people think they don't strike at all at these things, but I've seen them chase red flies and strike at them out of instinct. It's a blast when the water's super clear and you can see into the hole and watch them chase the fly. If you decide to head to the Dream Stream to catch yourself a kokanee, do expect to find some crazy crowds, and personally, I don't even bother to go on the weekends. But come on October, you'll find me headed to the stream to play with some kokanee. And if you happen to see me out on the water, be sure to come by and say hi. I want to thank you so much. I hope this helps you catch some kokanee out on the Dream Stream. And if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up on this video. Be sure to check out my other videos of fishing on the Dream. Thanks so much, everybody.